All right, let's just try that again. We got to try it again. The fucking stream was fucked up. So let's just make sure the phone's working now. Good. All right, yeah, give me a call, 504-265-0025. HTM Live, we back to talk about the Saints draft now that it's over. The Pelican season is also over, so two things that are over in 1 week for us. So give me a call. Let's talk about it. Show's presented by Rob's AC and Heaton and Ounce of Hope with the Berry High THC Seltzers. Spread quarters.
Hey, Devin, everything working all right now?
Yeah, I just had, I guess the phone, I don't know. The phone was just acting up for a minute.
Well, somebody must have broke in and stole your stuff and replaced it with the Derek Carr model. That's why it didn't work right.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of Derek Carr. Inconsistent.
Exactly. So, I was excited for the first and second round of the Saints picks on the draft, and then the third and the fourth round kind of threw me for a loop a little bit. I'm not quite sure why they picked a quarterback, being that they balls deep into Derek Carr for the next 2 years, and they got this Nathan Peterman guy. The only thing I can see is maybe they signed Peterman because they didn't think they were going to get somebody in the draft. I don't know what their thinking was with that. And the fourth pick, Bubs Mean, the wide receiver, I don't dispute that they needed a wide receiver, but they need a bigger slot type receiver that can go across the middle. This guy here is more like a gunner type receiver, which they have a few of on the team already. I mean, what are your thoughts on that? Those are the two picks that kind of threw me for a loop.
I mean, he's 6'2". Talking about Bub Means, he's 6'2". So yeah, he's not like, I can't see him being like a super speedy, run a drag route receiver, but I don't know. You got to get somebody to fill the spot of Mike Thomas because it's still a void, and
but is he big enough to do that? That's my concern. I don't know if he's big enough to go across the middle.
But even if he's not, we drafted your boy last year, A.T. Perry. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's just, I don't know. Maybe they just drafted what they thought was the best available talent. I'm not sure, but I got to be honest with you, bro. Every single day since it's happened, I am more hype about the Spencer Rattler pick. Like every day, it means more to me because, wow, fifth round. He was the next quarterback taken after all them quarterbacks were taken in the first round, right? And
the issue I have with it is the Saints are not going to use this guy is the problem. If Derek Carr would not be around, I would be okay with it. But we both know that they are not going to use him.
Yeah, but dude, he still brings in somebody that he's got enough swag on him. Like, this ain't Nathan Peterman. You know what I'm saying? Like, this kid likes to compete. You know what I'm saying? Like, this kid really wants to play ball. So it just brings somebody to kind of like be, a little past in Derek Carr's ear, like kind of keeping him motivated, keeping Derek Carr motivated, which is something we thought we weren't going to get when we drafted Peterman. When we got Peterman, because we figured, how is this guy going to test Derek Carr? Who, maybe Jake Hayner could kind of test. No, Spencer Rattler, let's talk about this in like 2 years about what Spencer Rattler has done, because he's going to get a chance to look good at least in the preseason. You see what I'm saying? And, dude, all it takes is a couple Derek Carr bad games, and motherfuckers will be calling for this boy to play quarterback, bro. Talking about Spencer Rattler.
What I think is going to happen is Derek Carr either going to hurt or going to quit because he ain't doing so well. Hopefully they get rid of Nathan Peterman, and then they let Hayner and Spencer Rattler just duke it out for whoever.
Hey, the Hayner versus Rattler preseason duel, that shit's gonna be fire.
Yeah, that's great. But the preseason's one thing, but the regular season is something else. And yeah. I don't know with the Bubs mean. I kind of wish they would have went for a bigger tight end than that guy.
Don't worry, they're gonna get a chance to play, whether it's Rattler or Hayner because Derek Carr is not going to play a full season. We know that he misses a quarter a game. That's what I call him, Mister
Yeah.
Miss a quarter a game. Quarter a game.
You're right about that. Hey, real quick on another note, I wanted to ask you: did the blueberry beer come out yet of the beta?
Hey, great question. The release date is official. It's May 20th. I'm gonna be safe and round up a little bit. So let's just say May 25th is the release date.
Okay, gotcha. I was on their website today and I didn't see it, and I was wondering if they just didn't put on a website.
You'll be able to get it on the website, but you have to go pick it up from a beta. You know, they're not going to ship it, so you have to pick it up from a beta.
Gotcha. Yeah, I just didn't even see it on there, which is why I asked the question.
Yeah, it'll be on there, though, but all right, dude.
Good luck with that. Have a good night.
All right, bro. Later. So, yeah, the Saints draft has concluded. Fulaga, Kool-Aid. The Saints drafted Kool-Aid, the corner, out of Alabama. Universal love pick because why? His name's Kool-Aid. You can't hate on a guy named Kool-Aid. Spread quarters. Yo.
What up, Dev?
What's up?
Thomas, how's your weekend, man?
Going pretty good, man. I've been doing a lot, man. So, like, even the past few weekends, you know, like I went to Talladega a couple weeks ago. I went to Zurich last weekend. You know, so I've been trying to kind of take it easy this weekend, to be honest.
Nonstop.
Yeah.
Nonstop. Wanted to, couple of things on the Pels season. I think the whole thing with Griff, I'm glad in his press conference, you know, he was pretty adamant about making some changes, but I'm not saying this is pessimistic. I'm just saying it's real. Whatever we do this offseason, whoever we sign, we're not going to be successful if Zion doesn't stay healthy. And look, the regular season was great. I'm not hating on him. I mean, if Zion can play 65 games every season, I'm going to take that. Right. But the long-term success of this team within the next 3 to 4 years is all going to depend on that. I mean, they're talking about, there's rumors to maybe going after Trae Young or get a rim protector. I'd be happy with both of those things, but at the end of the day, still, I mean, I don't know. Okay. I don't know if anything else can change besides that.
So, yeah, no doubt, and that's where we at. And that's where whoever runs the shots and stuff with the Pelicans and all that, David Griffin, they all probably sitting there thinking the same thing and wondering, okay, what do we do? I think that they've probably come to the conclusion now that the season's over, you got swept by OKC, who, by the way, I said on this show I did not want to see in the playoffs. I said it several weeks, and we saw, and boy, did we see him. Boy, did we see him. I said that I was scared of Giddey, and I told y'all I was scared of Giddey. And I said, yeah, maybe a lot of people are scared of Giddey, but I'm scared of Giddey. And, you know, Giddey was dropping it on us, bro. It was a rough series. But anyway, I think they've come to the conclusion after that, they're not going to give Brandon Ingram $200 million. Love Brandon Ingram. He's one of the chillest dudes. He's just a really good dude, right? But
I agree with that. But
good dudes can look really bad in the playoffs, and unfortunately, a really good dude looked bad in the playoffs. He didn't look really – I mean, he had flashes this season, don't get me wrong, no doubt. But it's hard to validate that $200 million.
Yeah, and the playoffs too, man. I know he was coming back from that injury. I get it. And I love his personality for the team down here. But the other thing is, man, we don't really have like that true defined leader yet. I mean, CJ and BI are kind of these quiet leaders, which is good. But we need a guy that's just kind of the fuck you, I'm taking over. And I think Zion can get to that point. And look, there's pieces too. When is the last time we have had a true 3-and-D player besides Herb Jones? Maybe Trevor Ariza, if you even count that.
And you can't call Herb Jones a 3-and-D because he just got that three kind of hitting in the corner. That's the way you got.
And then he kind of missed it.
Yeah, he just got. But no, you're right. But I really think out of all the names I've heard mentioned for who the Pelicans should go grab, et cetera, dude, out of all the names, I would literally have rakes trying to rake the cash together to get Trae Young on this basketball team.
I love it.
Because that guy, that would make a difference. That would make a difference. And my favorite part about Trae Young is that dude is going to play good in the playoffs. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
He is going to make shots.
He always does.
Yes, he is going to make shots. He's going to make threes. There is no he can run the point. So put CJ back at the 2. Unfortunately,
100%.
it's see you later, Brandon Ingram. And unfortunately, it's see you later, Jonas, for whatever narrative that they push him with that, which I'll never really understand, because it's like, okay, he's not fit for small ball, so you say, even though every time I watch, he is most of the time one of the best players on the court, even with the defensive issues. You see what I'm saying?
Well, and we abandoned him a little bit too in a couple of you can probably make a case for defensive purposes, but the dude is going to get you offensive buckets. He contributes. He was bullying Chet for a good bit of this year, but then it's just,
Yeah.
So.
My thing is, why do you have to play small ball? It hasn't worked for you. You haven't went nowhere. Like, why are you even that dedicated to that game plan? But anyway,
I don't know either. I think towards the end, Willie was just trying to throw anything out to see what would stick. All right, but last thing, favorite non-Hornet or Pell, not current Hornet or Pell of all time.
Not current Hornet.
Not currently on the team.
Oh, but was on the team?
Yeah.
Of all time?
Since they've been here.
I mean,
that's tough.
If I'm just going fan favorite, if I'm just going like who I really loved when they were here, I loved Peja.
Yeah.
I loved Peja when Peja was here. I loved CP3 when CP3 was here. Tractor Trailer, even not even
R.I.P.
Yeah, Tractor Trailer, guys like that.
That's a good shout.
Yeah, Jamal Mashburn.
I love it.
I was a huge Mashburn fan, so.
Yeah, dude. All right, man. Well, enjoy the rest of your weekend.
All right, brother. You too.
Peace, brother. Bye.
The Pelicans get swept by the OKC Thunder, get put out their misery. Just a horrendous series overall, and definitely for Brandon Ingram and CJ McCollum. Really not that much better. So, tough for the Pels. The Saints have somehow grabbed the momentum. It's crazy how this works. We sitting there a few months ago saying, man, Pels, just get these Saints away. Now the Saints are back. And the Saints are saying, hey, what's up? You need us? Spread quarters.
Devin, happy Cinco de Mayo.
Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Hopefully you got a margarita and a taco in you today?
I did.
Okay. It's good for the soul,
It is, man. And I'm wearing my Eddie Guerrero shirt to really show homage.
Yeah, I see that. So what you think about Willie Snead? Would you think it'd be a good idea if the Saints sign him, let him retire with us?
For what?
I don't know. He just tweeted a few days ago. I saw how he said he could have done more for the Saints because he's a free agent right now. Maybe he's throwing at New Orleans to maybe get him a sign,
it's one of them things I'm just thinking about. Fuck it. Yeah, sure. Come on down.
Just give him a few million. Give him on the team,
No, we can't give him a few million. I'm sorry. We would have
give him $500K.
$500K, something like that. Yeah, and maybe some season passes to Jazz.
Yeah, there you go. And then on the Pels topic, I think we need to get Trae Young in here.
I just said that, motherfucker.
Oh, my phone died, so I just got it booted back up. But yeah, Trae Young, get him in. Get Trey Murphy out of here. Build it around probably.
Oh, you ready to get Trey Murphy out of here, huh?
Oh, yeah, get Trey Murphy out of here. Keep Herb, keep Valanciunas, and let's build it around now. Get rid of CJ and Ingram.
I don't agree with everything you just said, but that's how you feel.
Hey, I'm watching this race. They got 20 laps to go. Truex, top 5 right now. Guess who's also in top 5? Jordan's car, Reddick.
Oh, wow. Michael Jordan's car?
Yep.
Dude, Jordan's winning in NASCAR, dude. I really don't give a shit about NASCAR like that, but all right, I got to go.
Put him in any sport. He's going to find a way and win.
You're right. All right, brother.
All right. Have a...
Fuck out of here. That guy freaks me out. He always calls and switches subjects, and it's always so wild. How he switches the subjects. Guy said get rid of the only guy that performed this playoffs. Yeah, I don't know if I agreed with like probably 75% of what he said about the Pelicans there. Maybe more, maybe 80%. I don't know. Hey, this show is presented by Rob's AC and Heaton. We pretty much here. The storms are already coming. I know y'all watch the news. And even if you don't watch the news, you'll hear about the storms. You know, storms in Texas and shit. They come and you got to get a generator. And all I'm asking is if you do buy a generator, go deal with Rob's because that's my people. That's my sponsor. You can call them up, 504-348-7128 or go to robsair.com. And just let them know that, you know, I told you to hit them up and they're going to hook you up with a fire generator. Fire generator, spec orders.
Hey, Devin, how you doing?
I'm doing good. What's happening?
Man, I wanted to touch on the Saints draft first, and just our off-season moves in general. I think the Talise Fuaga pick was. I think you put it really good when you said it's like buying a washer. You're not excited, but you need to do it. Kool-Aid's a steal. Spencer's a steal. I think Spencer landed in the best place for him to develop. And like you said, the Carr's not going to play 17 full games. He's going to get action at some point. But to draw a parallel between the Pels and the Saints, if everything goes right, neither of these teams in their current state win a championship to me. It seems like we're okay with being mediocre or slightly better than mediocre. And that's just, I think that's a organizational thing from Gail Benson down. You know, as long as the money's coming in, she don't care to make these wholesale changes.
Yeah, and
that could lead to a championship.
You know, what's tough is the Super Bowl's here this year, so there's no way that people are more focused on the Saints than what they are the Super Bowl coming here. You know what I'm saying? Let's just start with that. Right?
Yeah.
That's facts. And yeah, we got a mediocre coach. So it would take you know, and who knows, bro? Dennis Allen could go out there and win 12 games this season, go to the playoffs, whatever, right? I don't really see it happening, but he could. He could do that. But as we said right now, this dude is one of the worst coaches all time. Worst, one of the worst top 5 head coaches of all time. And that's who our coach is. So we are kind of at his grace. And guess what? It gets worse because Derek Carr is the quarterback who is tied in with this man. So it's like, I don't know.
And we just recommitted to even longer to Derek Carr as well with the contract restructuring.
Yeah.
Now we can't void him for another 2 years.
Yeah. You know, it's like you know, going to a hotel with the worst service. You know what I'm saying? Like that. It's just you're getting the worst service, and that's just the hotel you got to stay at. We staying at that hotel, this miserable Saints hotel, until proven otherwise. Derek Carr could go prove me wrong, but all the signs point to him not. You know, this guy's and God bless him, seriously, but he just tweets so oblivious. He has no connection with the fan base. He's not even really trying. He don't care. He's defensive. He's everything you didn't want. Like, that's not a Saint, you know? Like, have you ever seen an example of Drew Brees being defensive? And that has nothing to do with, like, talent. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's just him as a person.
Drew Brees is the first person every time to say, hey, I fucked up.
Right.
Don't look at the line. Don't look at the receivers. Don't look at the running back. Don't look at the coach. And I fucked up.
And we somehow got the
Derek
opposite.
Carr will make excuses. Exactly. And you know what's crazy? When he was a Raider, I did sort of look at him because the Raiders were a terrible organization in their own right, with dude going to jail for speeding, John Gruden being racist in the emails. I looked at Derek Carr as a mentality leader. I felt like the Raiders team looked up to him and followed his lead, and that has not translated at all since he became a Saint.
Yeah. I could talk about it till the sun comes up because he just hasn't proven otherwise, right? But hey, man, I'm giving him another year as far as because I'm gonna tell you, if I got to go through another year like last year, this year, dude, if people think it's bad now, I'm not gonna be able to support this dude if he does it again. I'm not.
We're trailing the car. We're not in the car. We're just seeing what happens.
Right. Exactly.
All right, bro. I appreciate you.
All right, dude. Later. Yeah, Fulai got a first round pick. And it's like it's like buying a washing machine. You just need to buy it. You didn't have one, and you can't wash your clothes. Spread quarters.
Hey, I just want to say this. I've been wanting to say this for a long time. A lot of people love to hate on Derek Carr, but we got to give him more of a chance. Every game, we're booing the man. What do we expect? How is he going to play well when everybody just boos him when he isn't playing the best? But when you look around the team, he doesn't have the best help when everyone was hurt all year.
I'm willing to give him the chance. It's this year. I'm willing to wipe the slate clean. Seriously, I'm not even trying to sound like a douchebag. Like, I'm really willing to give him the chance. But you have to admit that it was not what we expected last year, and it was way worse. Simply put.
Yeah, definitely. But also, we had the worst coordinator in the league calling the plays. You're only as good as your coach, who isn't the best either. And then so many injuries. And he played well at the end of the year, but every home game was basically an away game for him because the home fans were booing him, and then the away fans were crowding the dome for us.
Yeah, dude, the fans were behind him to start the season. It just got so bad. I don't want to boo the New Orleans Saints quarterback. I don't want to do that. And I don't boo. I get pissed. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of them ones. I ain't gonna boo a quarterback. I'll start talking shit because this is what I'm saying. It is what it is. Dude, I hope nothing more than Derek Carr comes out next season and proves, I'm talking about hundreds of thousands of people wrong, right? Because, dude, it's like almost the whole fan base don't believe in him. Dude, if he does prove him wrong, it'd be one of the greatest comeback stories of all time.
What do you think it has to be? What does he have to do, put up wise to prove him wrong?
Dude, he's just got to really get in the playoffs comfortably. Don't just get in as the wild card. Let's get in.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think I think he needs another wide receiver.
If he's bad game one,
no excuses after that.
Look, I'm with you, bro. I don't think we've decorated this team enough for what happened last year. No, I don't think this offseason we've decorated this team enough. I think we've actually maybe taken a step back as far as weapons go, But dude, if he's bad game one, bro, people are gonna be pissed, dude. It just is what it is.
Yeah, I know. Cheap. I wouldn't have minded that.
Who's that?
Odell for cheap.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have minded that.
Yeah, Odell got signed for a couple mil by Miami. That was a good pickup by them.
Yeah, it was only $2 million. We could do that. I don't know why we wouldn't consider that.
Yeah, we went and signed this dude from the Lions this past week, the safety or the corner. He plays safety and corner. I forget his name. Will Harris, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, dude.
I don't know. All right, appreciate it.
Later. Coach Jangles in the chat. He said, I'll take 48-year-old Aaron Brooks over this dude. Yeah, dude, majority of the fan base don't fuck with Carr. He knows it, and I understand that it would get to him, but play better. Play better, dude. Look at Baker Mayfield. Nobody was getting hated on more in the league. Seriously. Nobody was getting more hate than Baker Mayfield at that quarterback position. And look what he did. He had to go to Carolina. He had to go play for the Rams in a tryout couple games at the end of a couple seasons ago. Then get signed by Tampa. Wins 12 games or some shit like that and goes to the playoffs and looks like the better signing. Let's just be honest. Looks like the better signing and the cheaper one than Derek Carr. So, it's all about if you want to compete or not, bro. Do you want to right the wrongs. Hey, do me a favor in the chat. Throw a like on the stream. You might have to pop the chat down and hit the thumbs up button, but it helps the show out. It does, because then more people will see it. That means more people will come next show. So do me a favor, definitely throw a like on the stream. You got to figure it out how to throw a like on the stream for me. I'd really appreciate it. It's going to be sad if we actually finish with the same or worse record this year. And if I had a crystal ball and it told me, I wouldn't even be surprised. So yeah, I think if this was on a Vegas bet thing, the odds would definitely be favoring probably a same type season. And usually when you get those 8 and 9 seasons and shit, they some frustrating fucking seasons. What I mean by that is you are going to go through it. You are going to go through it. I mean, you're going to go through so much shit, so many injuries and games you should have won, shit like that. Odell ain't that stupid. He knows what Carr is. That's true. See, and that's what we got to deal with too now. It's not like people are going to want to come here right now because why? First people they see when they think of the Saints is they think of Derek Carr and Dennis Allen. If Derek Carr and Dennis Allen called you up and said they were throwing a party, and then, let's just say D'Amico Ryans and C.J. Stroud called you up, said they were throwing a party, whose fucking party do you want to go to? You're not going to Derek Carr's and Dennis Allen's. They probably don't even have liquor. That's a lame party. That's what they thinking. That's what all the players are thinking that, I don't know how you get a motherfucker to sign with the Saints right now. I don't know what you got to tell him. You got to give him season passes to Jazzland. Fucking everything, dude. You got to throw the book at him. All the books. Can you imagine? I mean, think about it like that. You got 2 parties you can go to. You go to a party like D'Amico Ryans and C.J. Stroud, or Derek Carr and Dennis Allen's party. You ain't going to Derek Carr and Dennis Allen's party. I don't care who you are. I don't know what player's dream is to catch a pass from Derek Carr. See, it's just like we fucked, man. I don't know how we got here, but we here. I think the Saints going to have to sign Andres Pete back at this point. I love Pete. To me, Pete is a true Saint. Done battled all the adversity. Done been hated by fans. Loved by fans. Well, all of it. True Saint. Battled all the struggles. Can play any position on the line. He's a little suspect sometimes, but that's Pete. Good Saint. Good Saint. If somebody asks me about Andres Pete in 20 years, I'm just going to say good Saint. Just a good Saint. It's going to make this show more entertaining by default because it's going to be worse. And yeah, I mean, dude, the season gets crazy, bro. It really does. It's always so much fun, win or lose, because you just hear all the emotions. But anyway, hey, this show is also presented by Ounce of Hope. OunceofHope.com. That's where you can pick up the very high THC Seltzers. They'll ship them to your door. Give them a try. But yeah, I mean, I kind of, my summary on the Saints draft is I like it way more than what I thought I was going to like it. I really do, man. Them late picks, I don't know, even the 7th round pick, what's his name? Josiah Ezerim. You saw his reaction? I've never seen a motherfucker in my life so excited to go to the Saints. So you got to root for this dude. I think maybe 2 years down the road, we're going to be like, damn, bro, we got something with Josiah. Because, this dude just really looks like it was just an emotional video, bro. It was an emotional video. So even loved the 7th round pick. I like the linebacker from Texas. He was tied with Derek Thomas for the record of, I think it was most turnovers in a season by a linebacker. The guy knows how to get the ball. So I like him in the 5th round too. What's his name? Jalen Ford. I love the Rattler pick. I love the Kool-Aid pick. Even the little D tackle we got. So I like the draft way more than what I thought. I really had no faith in the Saints in this draft. You know, because I thought it was going to be boring. Of course, I knew we were going to take an O-lineman. I wanted Brock Bowers. We almost got him. I think we would have taken him if he would have fell. We would have had to have. Maybe we wouldn't have. But, man, if he would have, you know, generational talent at tight end. Can't wait to see that dude play in the NFL. But, dude, kind of jumping back to the NBA, real quick on the Pelicans. Just talking about the Pelicans. You got swept, okay? You're probably not going to re-sign Ingram. This is when, like, names start floating around. One of the names that I heard that the Pelicans may be tied to, or one of the teams that may be interested, is the Pelicans and Russell Westbrook. I just wanted to comment on that real quick. Dude, I'm a Westbrook guy. Like, loved Westbrook at OKC. Loved him. Like, really loved this dude. At this point in Westbrook's career, I don't know what more you need to see to even be interested. First of all, just talking about from a Pelicans standpoint, the New Orleans Pelicans, Russell Westbrook doesn't necessarily help this team all the way like we want. Like, yeah, I get it. He can run the point. This guy's old. I'm just, and I mean this respectfully, but he's not even getting a good shooter. If you go that route, you're not getting a good shooter. So I don't even want to hear that. I hope that's a bunch of baloney. I hope it's not true, because that's not where I want to go with this. That's not where I want to go with this. Spread quarters.
Hey, man, we got to get – a lot of people are saying the word point guard, but what we need is a facilitator and pretty much a ball hog. Point Zion can work. Like you said, we're not getting back Ingram. CJ, I don't care if he stays or goes. He has his moments. But the three people I'd be looking at is Westbrook, Trae Young, and in my dream of dreams, I would love to get Drew Holiday back, but he's not available. So
okay, he got re-signed by Boston. So he's staying there. Yeah. I really want Trae Young because it really makes sense. Westbrook, please elaborate, because maybe I'm just missing it. Like, I understand the pace that he could bring and him running the point, but he doesn't provide the shooting. Like, dude, this dude doesn't shoot well. So I don't necessarily see how this really helps the team, because you still want the guy to – you don't just want to facilitate it, dude. Like, you want the guy to be able to, like, take shots confidently in the playoffs. You see what I'm saying? That's the kid.
Yep. For me – and I don't know if this is a popular opinion among Pelicans fans, I'm a big Trey Murphy guy. Big Trey Murphy guy. I think if we put him in a starting role, I think over the course of the season, he's going to be that guy. I think he's going to shock the league next year, because we saw how he played, in the last couple games, not the last couple games against OKC. I think he did okay against OKC, but against the Lakers and, definitely the first game against OKC, he was terrible. Couldn't hit anything. But neither could anyone else on our team. And he was put into a starting position to fill in for missing Zion and fill in for missing Ingram. I think you give him 48 minutes a night, this dude's going to light the league on fire. That's me personally. And so I don't think we need that shooting from Westbrook if we do go at Westbrook, because we got Trey Murphy shooting. We got Herb who could hit the off three, right? And then we've got Zion, if he could play like he played that Lakers game more often than not. I don't think we need the shooting from Westbrook.
I think the way you just laid it out, I think it's just not enough shooters. It's just not, dude. Like, once you get to the playoffs, because one of those guys, like you said, like Herb, all right, you said, and Herb just got good at that three, and it's got to be in the corner. Because if it's not in the corner, he ain't gonna hit it. So, he just got good at that. And then Trey Murphy, we've already seen, wasn't really on from three in the playoffs. He was inconsistent. So one of those two guys you got to expect to be inconsistent or off or whatever the case may be. So it just don't give you enough shooters because if that ball ain't falling through the hoop in the playoffs, man, you're just not gonna win, dude. Like obviously, you know what I'm saying.
My first choice is Trae Young though. I don't. And you know what? I probably would have rathered Russell Westbrook 3 or 4 years ago,
right?
When he went to the Lakers. Now, I think here's the thing: would he even? I mean, he'd be a starter with the way our lineup would look like, but I think he'd be better off coming off the bench,
dude. Yeah, like if you wanted to, but like I still think like you could find like between Dyson, Jose, like I just don't think that that's your issue. I think your issue is in your starting lineup. Right? And I think that you have to add a guy that can facilitate, and the big thing is make shots and take them confidently. Take them confidently and be able to make them. Trae Young is screaming. Then it's the name screaming, bro. Like the Pelicans, man, they would really revamp this franchise if they went and got Trae Young. You would have to do away with Brandon Ingram or Trey Murphy or whatever you decide to do. Dude, for me, I'm just going to give an honest assessment of Trey Murphy real quick. We've been talking about Trey Murphy elevating into this superstar for the last year. It was supposed to be this season. A lot of people were saying that. And, it definitely wasn't. Don't get me wrong. He had some great games. But I saw a lot of him. Come on, man. I saw a lot of him missing. And I wasn't, pleased enough to where I don't know what kind of money he's going to be looking for or anything, but man.
That would be a big differentiator for me keeping him versus letting him go. If the money's right, I would prefer to keep Trey Murphy because the one thing I like about Trey Murphy and definitely Jordan Hawkins is they're going to let it fly. You know what I mean? They shoot confidently whether the ball's going in or not, which has hurt us at times. But you can't just give up on what their bread and butter is. I want to see Trey Murphy go to the basket a lot more. But I think he runs like Bambi, and I think it's hard to predict his next movement. I think that's why when he goes to the rack, defenders don't really know how to approach him. But like you said, Trae Young is the first name. We'll ship out Brandon Ingram. I don't know how the hell we're going to replace Jonas Valanciunas, to be honest with you. I don't know who else.
I ain't heard a name that really, they talking about, Miles Turner. They ain't letting go of Miles Turner. And then also the dude, Jared Allen. I don't know. I'm kind of good on him. But anyway, I got to go.
All right, bro.
All right, man. Take care. Yeah, the Jonas thing hurts, man. Hurts me so much because that dude really did. I mean, I don't know, man. Do you think there's a shot with Donovan Mitchell? I'm not a big Donovan Mitchell guy. He's like Donovan Mitchell's like a great value Paul George to me. I'm just not. Don't get me wrong. He'll have games where he scores 40-something points and shit, and I don't know. I don't even think we need a caliber like Trae Young is good with me. And that is a superstar. I'm good with just getting Trae Young and a couple pieces, bro. And let's run it. We're gonna have to get rid of one guy, two guys. Trae Young, a couple pieces, and let's just run it. I mean, it is what it is. You can't going back to the Zion being healthy thing, dude. The Sixers are dealing with the same shit with Embiid, and I'd be shocked if I woke up and the Sixers had parted ways with Embiid this year. They're going to run it back with Embiid too. This guy can't stay healthy in the playoffs. But man, that chance that they are healthy, it sucks. You got to, but dude, you know what? This is the league. And it just is what it is, bro. Dudes are getting hurt at an incredible rate. I mean, just look at this playoffs. Giannis. There was so many dudes that didn't play. I don't think we need a superstar 3. I just think that we need 3 great players to be they don't have to be superstars, bro. I mean, look how the superstar shit worked out with the Suns. You know, they got bounced. Paid all them dudes, bro, and got bounced. Clippers bounced. Can't stay healthy. You know, Sixers bounced. The Bucks bounced. The Lakers, see you later. You know, so I don't know, man. The West is so good. The West is so good. So the Pelicans got to be strategic about it. And I think that the main thing is you just have to add a confident shooter that can be in the starting lineup and preferably, of course, run the point position. It is what it is. Oh, here we go. Jared Murphy. A backcourt of Young and CJ cannot win in the postseason. It would be just like Dame and CJ. I understand what you're saying. But they didn't have Zion. You see what I'm saying? I get what you're saying. But Trae Young is just he's gonna hit more threes than anybody we have on the roster right now. He's gonna. That's facts, and we need that. And he runs the point. So it just comes down to Zion staying healthy, bro, because that's what CJ and Dame didn't have in Portland. They didn't have Zion, right? So it's a little different. And we got some other good players. You know, people talk highly about Trey Murphy. You know, we got some other good players coming off the bench. I mean, hopefully Dyson Daniels takes another step. I don't know. You're going to have to make some decisions. Lakers are going to go after Trey. Dude, Trae Young is going to be such a big target. And there's not like a whole lot of targets. Like Paul George is in there. Trae Young. Zion needs the ball. Trae needs the ball. Hard to see it working. Dude, teams make it work all the time. I mean, look at the Mavs. Luka and Kyrie. They making it work. You know, we just got to get the right dude. And I know it sounds generic. We just got to get the right players and just try to make it click. Because one thing we know that's not clicking, and whether you want to blame it on health or whatever, it's the current situation. It's not clicking. It's not clicking enough. You got to take a shot. I mean, I understand what you're saying about the analogy to like Dame and CJ with CJ and Trey. I get what you're saying, but we need something, bro. Because we can't have CJ running the point no more, bro. And he's not making his shots consistently. So we just need something else with it. I don't care if CJ comes off the fucking bench, dude. It don't matter to me, bro. We just need to add another great player that's confident and can make shots in the playoffs. Because we didn't have it. We could not shoot in the playoffs, bro. We shot horrible from three-point range in the playoffs. Horrible, bro. And then also we had a record high turnovers. The turnovers, it's like 18 turnovers a game in the playoffs, bro. So whatever's running that point right now, it ain't good. It's just too much, bro. I see people saying Dejounte Murray. I'm not huge on Dejounte Murray either. I don't know. Maybe I got to look more into that. I don't know. Pels need to start trading picks and make some moves. Yeah, like, I feel like we're running out of the pit. Like, remember, we've been on years of, like, just having a bunch of picks. And I feel like we at the end of that. Could be wrong, but I feel like we at the end of that. So, man, I would just hate not to come out with, like, you know, a team that we can play with for years. After all them picks we got, after, you know, I just hope we get it right, bro. I hope we get it right. A week before the playoffs, CJ was hitting 5 threes a night. Playoff start, and he can't make a shot. Yeah. He was lights out at the end of the season. Like, really killing it. I'd bet the Pels go in less than 3 years. No. Bro, they always say that about our New Orleans teams, bro. It's just because we live in a small market. You about to see how small this market is when the Super Bowl comes down here. You're going to see how small the market is. And God forbid the Saints are in it. And I'm only going to say that once, and I'm going to move on. Because I don't want to ever say that again and give any type of even minute false hope. Just got to keep chopping wood. That's right. Very high THC Seltzer. Ounceofhope.com. We just need teams to respect our three-point shooters. Zach bought in the chat. I agree. Right now, they just stare at them and ask to shoot because they know once we get to the paint, it's a wrap. Yeah, I agree, man. We just need somebody super confident that can make sure. I mean, look at what Brunson's doing in the playoffs. Nobody would have regarded Jalen Brunson as like this. You know, some people thought he was pretty good. I know I was one of them. I loved Jalen Brunson when he played with the Mavs. But nobody would have thought that he'd be. Same thing with Maxey. Like, Maxey was the 21st pick. Nobody would have thought that these guys would be like cold-blooded playoff assassins at this point. And they are. The Knicks took a shot on Brunson, paid him big, and Brunson is showing up. He's showing up. He got paid big. He's showing up. And I got to go back to Brandon Ingram on this and CJ McCollum. They got paid, and they didn't really show up when we needed them. This is simple professional sports fan reactions right here, dude. Come on, bro. Like, they didn't show up. Maxey was going off in that series. You know, hit some really vital shots. Gave Philly fans a reason to believe maybe we can get out this series. The Pelicans didn't give the fans no feeling at all. You see what I'm saying? That's your problem. What do you think about them trying to ban hemp THC products in Louisiana? Dude, I think that if, you know, first of all, I don't give a fuck about what they ban and what they don't ban, to be honest with you, because you got a bunch of bozos who smoke weed on the side, might I mention privately, who do this. I don't know. It's got to be something to do with money. If I had to guess, that's what all that shit's about. If they not making money on it or whatever, they not going to, you know, who cares? I'm going to smoke THC. I've been smoking THC since I was a teenager. So, and it wasn't legal then. So, it is what it is, bro. I don't pay attention to all that shit. Why did they not pass the inspection sticker shit? Like, that's who you're dealing with. Can't even get rid of inspection stickers, which is one of the biggest money grabs in the state. It's so stupid. So, whatever they want to do. It don't bother me. I ain't got no inspection sticker. Just how that goes. Saints need to get in touch with you about music this year. Yeah, the music's got to be good in the dome or we fucked. I hope they working on that, bro. I really do, man. Jared, bro, y'all seen these pictures from Rolling Stones at Jazz Fest? Yeah, it was crowded. Yeah, I mean, dude, everybody and their mama went to that fucking concert to see a bunch of 80-year-olds. And they, I mean, I know it's the Stones, but them motherfuckers is 80. So it was probably gave off like some 80-year-old energy. You can't be 80 and give off 20-year-old energy, 30-year-old energy. Very few could ever do that. I'm trying to think of an example of somebody who just could not be slowed down, even into their 70s, 80s. Man, I don't know, but I watched the Elvis movie for the first time this past week, and, you know, I got nothing but great things to say about that movie, man. It was a great experience. Then I followed it up with going down an Elvis, what do you call it, a Elvis loophole? Rabbit hole. And now an Elvis rabbit hole on YouTube, and just watched a bunch of interviews of Elvis in real time at the time. Interviews just to see how he was and shit like that. Because, you know, all you ever hear about Elvis is like, oh, yeah, your grandpa loved him. and shit like that. So I just really want to take a dive. Interesting cat, really just dude loved drugs and was one of them dudes he'd go sit in his room for 3 days, 4 days, just wanted to be by himself, and I can respect that. Super talented individual, man. That's really my biggest takeaway from not only the movie, but all the stuff I looked at, man. Like, even the performance that Elvis, I know we're switching shit, but even the performance Elvis had, like, a couple days before he died, you have to go watch this, dude. You have to go watch this performance, bro. He can't even stand. He looks terrible, okay? It's in front of thousands of people. He's sitting on the piano. It's on YouTube. Just put in Elvis last performance. It'll pop up. Dude, some of the worst you've ever seen Elvis look, appearance-wise. He just looked like he had been through a hellacious 40 years. And, dude, he sits there and starts performing Unchained Melody. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Unchained Melody. And, dude, right away, you just, like, forget about what this dude looks like. Like, he looks horrible, but you just forget about it. And it's just a raw talent. Like, dude, lifetime talent. It just pours out of him. Even as he's sitting there dying. A couple days before he died, sitting there playing. Dude, the first thing I thought about, I was like, that's why they say that this dude is one of the greatest of all time. Like, just undeniable, top-notch, premium fucking talent, bro. It was incredible, bro. It was absolutely incredible. Elvis was big on young girls. It's a pretty aspect of him. The girl was 16 at the time, and I think they waited. So, and back at that time, being honest, back in that time, that arrangement, and it was Elvis. So back at that time, they weren't. Now it don't matter who you are. You fuck with a young person, you go into jail. Back then, bro, Elvis, dude, come on, bro. And you know how shit was. That's just how it was. But anyway, I think that they waited. I don't know the details for sure, though. I really don't. You think Miss Benson, like Michael Jackson, how much more do you need to see about Michael Jackson? The motherfucker probably played with little kids, right? But if I'm just talking about the music aspect, before we knew any of that shit and all that stuff, Michael Jackson had the whole world in hysterics. Dude, people were freaking out to see Michael Jackson. People were freaking out to see Elvis. And it makes sense when you hear them perform. When you see them perform, it just makes sense. That's all I'm saying. Now, as far as what all these dudes did, here's the thing. You stay alive too long, something's going to fucking happen. I don't know what it's going to be. But yeah, anyway. She get a Elvis onesie. Army and all. Elvis was the first worldwide star. Was he? I'm trying to think about that. Was Elvis the first worldwide star? No, huh? Who would it have been? I'm thinking like boxing. Oh, no, Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth, bro. Babe Ruth, bro. Come on, Babe Ruth had to be worldwide. Do I care about this rap beef? Dude, I just can't get into it. Like, for whatever reason, I'm just not interested. Yeah, I'm just not interested. And I love Drake and Kendrick. Seen them both perform. Just, huge fan. Can't get interested in it. I don't know what's real and not real. Pereira. Yeah, last night on UFC, Michelle Pereira. No doubt, man. They need to feed him somebody good. What do you think about Vince McMahon selling all his shares? Again, this guy's close to 80 years old. He's now one of the worst people on the planet. And He's going to go probably back to the crib and die in a few years. I mean, it's just life. It's life. I don't necessarily agree with cutting Vince McMahon like out of all the past history, because you got to just be a complete dweeb to not understand that Vince McMahon played an extremely important role in getting the WWE where it's at today, and has extremely memorable clips from the shows and the pay-per-views and storylines, and you can't even, it's not even possible to delete him out of all of it, because then the product wouldn't make sense when you go back and watch it. That's how much he was involved. Sometimes you just gotta say, hey, this guy's a fucking bad person. Let whatever happen to him as far as like legalities go, and you got to move on. You can't rewrite the past. The past is the past. So that's one thing. I just think it's that level of going too far that the world loves to do now. Like go and delete them out all the past clips. Like, okay, what does that do for the current situation? The dude's fucking 80. He's not gonna be here much longer. And he was an essential role in WWE. He was the most essential piece to WWE. So Tyson still can be a bad person, but that just came out. You can't live too long. Tyson gonna get that ass whooped. Yeah, I'm not feeling any better about the Tyson Jake Paul thing, dude. I know it's been like a month. David Hasselhoff is more popular than Elvis in Europe. Yeah, I was about to say, like, Elvis in Europe, like, I didn't hear about that. I didn't see that. Remember, because Elvis didn't want to tour. You know what I'm saying? They always wanted Elvis to do the Europe thing. I don't know if he ever wound up doing it, but he wanted to tour United States. Elvis from Tupelo, Mississippi, dude. This dude really probably wasn't even trying to go to Europe. Jake put on a, yeah, Jake Paul's a powerful puncher too, so all it's gonna take is one. It's gonna be sad, man. I hope it's, I just hope I don't have to see Mike Tyson get knocked out. I would just be devastated, dude. Absolutely devastated. I'd be devastated, but I do think that there's a good chance it could happen. Again, age, man. Age. We're about to wrap things up here. Do me a favor, throw a like on the stream. And if you haven't subscribed to the Hold the Mayo YouTube, I do these shows weekly. So, and then also I got RYB Podcast number 12. That'll be dropping later on this week with Cheddar, who's in G59 Records. He's from Louisiana, in G59 Records, has some bangers. Go look him up on YouTube. Just dropped an album. Just a really talented dude. And from Louisiana. I'll have him on we filmed it, RYB 12. So I just gotta edit it, publish it. That'll be on the YouTube. Of course, RB and All Day tomorrow. I think that makes 4 years of RB and All Day, 4 straight years of RB and All Day. Tomorrow. So I got some content on here, and of course, it'll only start to pick up as the Saints, because that's just my life, bro. I love fucking football, basketball, UFC and shit like that. So when my team starts playing the Saints, it'd be popping in here, bro. It'd be popping. So, it always has. So looking forward to the next few months. I got merch, htmsports.com. I got merch on there. I'm about to restock it when I get off of here. Yeah, when I get off this show, I'm going to be restocking the merch because I know I'm out of XL in a few sizes. So I'm restocking the merch. And, yeah, bro. Just been taking it easy on Cinco de Mayo. Happy Cinco de Mayo to everybody. I'm sure there's a bunch of people just getting fucking tossed right now, and love that for them. I watched WWE Backlash today. France crowd was fucking crazy. It's crazy to see how into wrestling France is. That was super dope. And yeah, and I just finished the Fallout series on Amazon Prime. So that's what I've been doing. The Respect Your Body Light, it's May 25th. release date. So just keep in mind, you can order it, you can pre-order it online, and I'll let everybody know once you can. You can pre-order it online, and you got to go pick it up from a B. That's just how it's got to start, and I just got to sell the fuck out of it, and then we'll get it in the stores. It's just step by step. It says what it is. Y'all have a great night, and have a great week. I'm out of here.